Hey guys, welcome to coronavirus workouts. We'll see how this goes. Hope you're doing well. Definitely want to start off with a little warm up. This is something that you can do to warm up for pretty much every movement that we're going to have today. We'll talk about our movements here in a second. But what I want you to do, I'm not going to walk you through the whole warm up, but it's going to take 4 minutes. If you just set a timer that you can see on your phone and just set it up for 4 minutes running, you're basically going to do 4 different movements for 30 seconds each, and then you'll do it again. So you'll do a 2-minute set twice, and that'll be your little warm-up. So the first thing you're going to do is jog in place. So you jog in place for 30 seconds. Second thing you're going to do, high knees. If you want to gauge where your knees should be, you can put your hands out and hit the palms. Then the next 30 seconds will be butt kickers. Okay, so you get those heels up close to the butt, and then for the next 30 seconds, you're going to shift, hit the ground, shuffle step, hit the ground, shuffle step, hit the ground. Do that for 30 seconds, and then you'll go right back to the beginning. So jog in place for 30 seconds, pick up the pace a little bit, then you'll go high knees, pick up the pace, butt kickers, pick up the pace, and then shuffle step, quick pace. After 4 minutes, you should be nice and warm, breathing a little heavily like me. You can catch your breath, but essentially you'll go into a little bit of stretching, but you should be decently warm for some of these movements, and we'll talk about the movements here in a second. What I think you should do for the stretching, you want to stretch the ankles. So obviously we have a beam that's going to make a little calf stretch good. If you just have a wall, you can put 1 foot back, lean into the wall, try to keep that heel close to the ground, and it'll stretch your calf. The other thing is you can bring that foot a little closer. You can bend the knee. Let me do this one. You can bend the knee, and it'll be a little bit lower on the calf. You'll feel that stretch closer to the ankle, but it's the same feel. You can press into it as much as you want. Obviously, if there's pain, back off. You want to do each of those stretches for about 30 seconds, the straight leg and the bent leg on both sides. So that's about another 2 minutes there just to get stretched out. At that point, I want you to come down. We'll do forward step toe touches. So you want to reach down towards the floor and then reach up towards the sky. Switch to the other foot, reach to the floor, reach to the sky. Do that about 10 times total, so 5 on each leg will be good. The other one we like to do, wide stance, hands overhead, lean to one side. We'll do a cross-body chop. Lean to the other side, cross-body chop again. Do this about 10 times as well. And last, we'll get a little twist in. So you can just lay down, get one arm out to the side, bring 1 foot up and over, touching the ground, and then right back. You can do that a total of 10 times as well. At that point, you should be pretty good. What you may want to do in our workout, what we've got set up at the gym here is pull-ups. What you'll probably be doing at home, as Andres showed you, is maybe ring row types under the table. So you can actually stretch out your shoulder. Really easy stretches you can do. You can do that on the ground, or you can just reach up to a wall and open up that shoulder in front here. If you look over the opposite shoulder, it'll help you get a little bit of a twist in there, and you can press into this stretch, and you should feel it anywhere from the pec all the way down towards the elbow. So you can do that on each side as well. So you should be decently warmed up and then stretched out. And then at that point, we have our workout. So the home workout is going to be very, very similar. It's almost the exact same thing, pretty much. You'll have step-ups. We're going to a 20-inch box, and the count is 2 counts. So you have to step up with each leg in order for that to be 1 rep. The burpees, you should know how to do a burpee. Hit the ground, hands overhead, jump into the air. Just to show you. So there's 1. Flutter kicks are 4 count. So you should have your feet off the ground about 6 inches. You'll kick up, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1 rep. Okay, if you need to modify, you can actually just scale the flutter kicks down low, or you can go into leg lifts if you want, something like that for a core workout if you need to make any adjustments. The double unders, if you have a jump rope, obviously double unders, you can do singles at a 4-to-1 ratio. If you don't have a jump rope at home, we're just saying jumping jacks. Right here, you're just gonna come up, clap, clap, clap. Try to get full range of motion there, so we're not doing anything weird, all right? Full range of motion, legs out, hands together at the top, and then bring them down by your side. Sometimes in warm-ups I go to the back, but that's just to kind of stretch out the shoulders. You don't have to do that for this part. And then your shuttle run. The shuttle run for us obviously is beam to beam. Our beams are like 23 feet. Realistically, 20-foot run is fine. If you can measure that at your house, that's great. Some of your walls might only be like 10 feet, so you could go wall to wall, but basically, one count. You're gonna run from one to another, that's one. If you have a shorter room, obviously you might have to go half distance, so you're just gonna run and then back, and that's one. As far as the step-ups go, is the only thing you might have to modify. So obviously we're gonna use a box, but you might need to grab something like probably not a stool, but a chair that's around the same height. Just make sure that when you're stepping up, you're in a straight line. Heels, hips, shoulders, all in a straight line. Don't stay hunched over like this. And you'll wanna alternate so that you can make sure you're balancing out each side and getting that 2 count for 1 rep in there. Another option would be if you have a couch that's relatively high, you can probably use a couch and step up on that. It's not as sturdy and not ideal, but and then of course if you have actual steps, you can literally just use the steps. So if you skip 1 step, that's going to be about high enough. If you want to consider just walking up every other step, you can consider every other step to be 1 rep. So you would go 2 steps, step up, take another 2 steps, and that would be considered 1 rep, but you're moving up the stairs at that point. But at some point you have to come down, so it might not be worth it. That should be it. Post and modify, put some comments in there, what you thought, and put your videos up as well. Tell us your time and everything for the workout. Oh, it's fight gone bad style. So the one thing you do need to remember there is that it's going to be 5 rounds at 1 minute each with a 1 minute rest at the end. So 1 minute of step ups, 1 minute of burpees, 1 minute of flutter kicks, double unders or jumping jacks, 1 minute of shuttle runs, and then you have a minute of rest. After that, you'll do it again for a total of 3 rounds. All right? Good luck.